What's up, friends of the YouTube channel? So I'm here at the saws today. We're building a massive auto watering system. I'm designing it for cold weather. It'll recycle the water all the time. I've got a little sump pump up there we're going to drop into a bucket and pull the water out of the bucket, run it through the watering system, put it back in the bucket. In order to support, I'm using 1.5-inch pipe for this, and I've got to cut some pieces out, and I'll show you that shortly. But I cut some plywood chunks out of some scraps. I went 4 inches by 6 inches, and let me show you this. So I'm going to cut this so that the coupling will fit through center of that plywood, actually just a little high on that plywood, because I want it supported across the bottom. So I got my hole saw set up. I got to go get my drill, but we're going to get that going. I cut a whole pile of them. I've got to have a lot of those. That's where we're at so far. When I get these done, I'll tack them to some 4x4s to support the pipe about every, I don't know, 5 or 6 feet. We'll support that pipe about 10 inches off the ground or so. High enough so a pheasant can drink from it, but not low enough that it gets full of snow and crap. And then we'll put something over the top of it. So I got to go get my drill so I can get holes in all of this mess, and we're going to keep pounding on it. Like, share, subscribe, you know, all 12 of you that already have, I appreciate it. Share this video out. Let's keep it rolling. Alright, folks, so building this watering system. I got the holes cut for the supports. Now I'm going to put a straight line on a pipe. So we assume that these barcodes here, there's a couple more down through here, and the bottom of the words are all about the same spot on the pipe. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll take my board and I'll set it up to the end of that barcode right there on the bottom on both ends, and that's what'll be my straight line. That'll be my straight edge, like that, down through there. So that straight edge, I can mark that, and then when we make our cutouts, I've got a nice spot to start. So let me get this line done, and we'll pick back up in just a minute. Alright, we got the line. I don't know if you can see that or not. It looks pretty straight all the way down. It's pretty good. So the next step is I took a piece of 2-inch pipe, and I cut a little section out of it, and it looks like this, and it fits very snugly over the top of that 1.5 inches. So what I'll do is I'll take the bottom line of this, match it with the line we just made, and mark around that and cut that section out with a jigsaw. That's what I'm doing now. Alright guys, got the notch cut. So I got 4 notches in this piece of pipe. Dump all the crap out of it real quick. And what I'll do is, because birds can see color, I'll take a spot or some red spray paint and just put a dot inside these cutouts, somewhere close to center, that the birds can kind of see from the outside a little bit, and then when they look over, it piques their interest and they peck at it to learn where the water is. It's the same principle as like the drinker cups with the little yellow thing inside, or the chicken watering nipples that stick down. They're red with a silver tip. The birds can see that, and it makes them peck at it, and that's how they learn where the water is. So I've got some red spray paint. I'm gonna set you guys down and put a dab of spray paint in this thing. And I got to take the spray paint up the hill to do that one. You notice that pipe is a little bit long because I've got to cut that off about right in that area, so I can have my elbow turn out, come through the fence, and made up with the goat watering system. But there's our red dots in them. That'll give the birds something to peck at. I'm gonna carry this up there, glue the pipe together, and start getting this set up. Hey guys, so I've got a sump pump in this tank. This is the goat's water tank. So I got a sump pump pumping out into the PEX. PEX runs up along the side of both pins. Then we got a ball valve on the end to regulate it. Zoom in so you can see that. That ball valve right there goes down, dumps into the 1.5 inch pipe. That 1.5 inch pipe with the cutouts that I showed you runs high to low, comes down and flows into the bucket. Now I've got this coming from 3 ways. That one there, I need to do a center support for that. So I got to have a center support, and I need to build the dirt up underneath it where the other water, they've stomped it down. So I get that built up, then they'll be able to use that one. That was my today project of how to auto water 200 birds. Actually, more like 400 birds. See how this comes in across the ball valve into a PEX fitting, into a creed dog, and those red dots for the, you can see that red dot is almost completely gone. Birds have been pecking at it, so now they know the water's there. This one they haven't really been using yet because they're still pecking at the bucket. I'll take that bucket out and they'll be on board with it. So that was my today project. Like, share, subscribe. We appreciate you. Take care.